A $1 million Bitcoin. It sounds like pure fantasy, doesn't it? Right now, that would mean a market cap larger than gold itself. But what if one of the most powerful figures in the entire crypto industry isn't just dreaming, he's calculating? Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has officially doubled down on his prediction that Bitcoin will hit 7 figures by the year 2030, and he's not just throwing numbers around. He has laid out a specific 3-part thesis involving U.S. politics, massive institutional money, and a fundamental shift in global finance. Today on Crypto Market Views24, we are putting Armstrong's $1 million roadmap to the test. Is this realistic, or just massive hype? Let's dive in. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we cut through the noise to bring you the market views that matter. So the headline is clear. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong reiterated in a recent Fox Business interview that he sees Bitcoin trading at $1 million within the next 6 years. Why should we listen to him? Because Armstrong isn't a random Twitter influencer. He runs the largest publicly traded crypto exchange in the United States. He has a front-row seat to exactly how much money is entering this space, and more importantly, who is sending that money. When he speaks about market structure, Wall Street listens. Armstrong's first major pillar for $1 million Bitcoin is something we've been waiting years for: growing regulatory clarity in the United States. For the past decade, the biggest crypto market in the world, the U.S., has operated in a gray area. Lawsuits from the SEC and confusing rules kept massive amounts of capital sitting on the sidelines. Big banks and pension funds couldn't touch an asset class that might be deemed illegal tomorrow. But Armstrong argues that the tide has turned. The approval of ETFs and recent court victories for crypto companies have signaled a shift. The U.S. is moving from trying to ban crypto to trying to control and integrate it. Why does this matter for price? Because regulatory clarity turns Bitcoin from a risky speculative bet into a legitimate investable asset class for the world's largest economy. When the rules are clear, the heavyweights enter the ring. This leads us to the second and perhaps most explosive catalyst Armstrong cited: the political landscape, specifically mentioning President Donald Trump's establishment of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Let's pause and understand the gravity of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Currently, nations hold gold, foreign currencies, and oil in reserve to stabilize their economies. Armstrong is suggesting that the U.S. government itself is moving toward holding Bitcoin on its balance sheet as a strategic asset. If the United States, the issuer of the world's reserve currency, officially starts accumulating Bitcoin, it triggers global game theory. Other nations cannot afford to be left behind. It validates Bitcoin as digital gold at the highest possible level. The buying pressure from nation-states competing for a scarce supply of 21 million coins would be unlike anything we've ever seen. Finally, Armstrong points to what is already happening right now: institutional flows from Spot Bitcoin ETFs. Since their approval, these ETFs have been vacuuming up Bitcoin at an unprecedented rate. We are talking about billions of dollars flowing in from traditional finance pipes, retirement accounts, wealth managers, and hedge funds. Think about the basic economics here. We recently had the Bitcoin halving, which cut the new supply of Bitcoin being produced every day in half. On one side, you have miners producing less Bitcoin than ever before. On the other side, you have BlackRock and Fidelity buying thousands of Bitcoin every single day to satisfy ETF demand. Armstrong's logic is simple math. When massive, relentless demand meets a fixed, shrinking supply, the price only has one direction to go: parabolically up. So, is $1 million by 2030 guaranteed? Of course not. In crypto, nothing is guaranteed. We will face volatility, corrections, and unexpected black swans along the way. But Brian Armstrong's thesis isn't based on hype. It's based on a fundamental restructuring of how the world views value. If the U.S. provides clarity, if nation-states start buying, and if institutions keep stacking sats through ETFs, the path to 7 figures becomes much clearer. We want to know what you think. Is Armstrong a visionary, or is $1 million by 2030 too optimistic? Drop your price prediction for 2030 in the comments below. If you found this deep dive valuable, smash the like button and subscribe to Crypto Market Views24 so you never miss a market update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.